Hey guys, it's Stuart from Stuart Scale Models here, and this is going to be my final reveal vid of my latest build and the last build of this year, 2016, being the Death Trooper 112 scale of Bandai's from the most recently released Star Wars film Rogue One. I will actually tell you now, guys, I actually saw the film this afternoon, and it is one hell of an awesome film. It's got a very strong story, and in some way it actually answers a lot of questions leading up to the original Star Wars film A New Hope, and the effects are very, very well done. They've kept it true to the original genre of the Star Wars theme, which I'm happy to say. Darth Vader does make a few appearances in it. Um, and also they managed to sort of bring back to life Peter Cushing as is it Commander Maxwell, um, and obviously our now late Carrie Fisher at the end of the film. You see her as young. How they did that and digitally enhanced that is amazing, because well, Pete Cushing looks so real, and they actually used the actor from I think it's Holby City, who's the head surgeon. He played the part of Maxwell in Peter's place, because obviously his voice is very, very similar. And they digitally enhanced Peter Cushing's face on top of his, and I'm not kidding you, you'd think it was Peter himself. It is really, really amazingly and cleverly well done. So when they say the camera doesn't lie, I don't think they're entirely being truthful. It can do. But I have to say, guys, I thoroughly enjoyed the film for 2.5 hours from beginning to end. It drew me in, and awesome. So if you haven't seen it, go and see it. I recommend you do. It's one of the best Star Wars films I've seen in a long time. So there you go. You got my full recommendation. Now, getting back to the kit. As soon as I noticed this was announced, I had to order it, and I got it in, and I couldn't wait to start getting building on it. And initially, I will say the build itself is very, very straightforward. It fell together beautifully. The only issue I had was with the arms, trying to get them to line up. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get them in a position where they're sort of holding the gun up, as you see on the box here. So that was the pose I was sort of looking at doing. But it wouldn't let me do it, unfortunately, no matter how I tried. So the only issue you may come across when you actually build this is the arms and the joints, so be warned. It might be where I've made a slight hiccup, I don't know, but I just basically followed the instructions as they'd indicated, and I couldn't actually get any movement in the arm to that angle. So basically I've just posed him as he is here, with the arm just down by the side of him. But the attention to detail on the actual figure is fantastic, and as I say, it looks very much like the figure on the film. I'm very impressed with it, to be honest with you, and I know they're possibly going to be doing a few more releases connected to Rogue One. They've brought out a Shore Trooper, which I must admit I'm quite tempted to get. Whether they're going to be doing any of the spacecraft from the film or not, I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you guys. But we will see in due course. But although they have actually announced that they're going to release a 1/6 figure of the Stormtrooper, which I think has just come out from the original series of the Star Wars films. So that would be quite a big size figure, to be honest with you. I think it's about 3 foot tall when it's built. So it's quite a size, and the detail on that again looks fairly good. I've had a look at a few websites at it actually. So anyway, we shall see. But it's going to cost you a lot more. I mean, the average price you're looking at for that figure is about 103, I think, or 109. I saw it on eBay for today. But there you go. But it'll be interesting to see if they do release any other figures or spacecraft from the film. I know Revell have done a few of the actual spacecraft. In fact, I will show you another one I've actually built. It is a tiny little fella in comparison to this figure here, which I have to say is one of the best troopers I've built so far, compared to the original Stormtrooper. But as I say, he does look an evil little dude, very menacing, I have to say. And in one respect, I can't wait to get started on Darth Vader, the ultimate baddie of all time, who does actually put in a few appearances in the new film. So it does keep connection. And I will give a little spoiler: you will see R2D2 and C3PO in one sequence in the film. All right. So that's the build of the Death Trooper, as you can see here. Very happy with the build, as I say, apart from the fitment on the arms. The attention to detail is fantastic. The fits is superb, as I say, apart from the arms. And does look quite convincing, even if you haven't painted it. I mean, obviously, if you paint it, then obviously you can. Possibly add a little bit more sort of wear and tear, but I just wanted to get him built, to be honest with you. And you don't see a lot of wear and tear on the actual figures or characters in the film. Okay, I have got K2SO on the way. That is going to be an interesting build, but I think I'm going to paint that one because there is a lot of wear and tear on the actual figure in the film. So there you go. Right, so we'll get him out of the way for a second, and then I'll show you the other build I did, which is the Revell 12450th Star Destroyer. If I pan in a bit more, you can probably see a little bit more of the detail. If you will bear with me a second, guys. Here we go. I'm just leaning down a bit more, as you can see here. For the size of the kit, the level of detail on it is not bad at all, to be honest with you guys. Again, it was quite a simple build to put through. Actually, I'll just get him a bit more centered. Very easy to assemble. I did it within a day or a night, whilst I was watching the Live at the Bench show. This was my secret project, which I was going to reveal sooner or later. I wasn't initially going to put it on a video, but I thought, well, what the hell. At least I got all my builds in for 2016. And incidentally, in my monthly update, that's what it's going to be about this month, is all the builds and the group builds I've actually taken in part for 2016. So that will actually fill out what is on my monthly update, other than what I've managed to get through the post. So there you go. But again, very easy little build. I initially actually sprayed it with some car primer as opposed to the Steiner heads, because I thought, well, I don't want to really waste it. I wanted to get the build done quickly. I didn't have a lot of time, so there you go. And then just basically put it in a base coat of Tamiya Ocean Grey. And it came out nice. And then basically put a clear coat on it. And then put a dark dirt wash over it, removed it, which brought all the panel linings and details, as you can see, up beautifully, particularly the engine detail, which I'm very pleased about. And then just basically covered it over with some Tester's dull coat, and it does look quite effective, actually. I did initially think I'd ordered the bigger scale one, but when it came through the post, I was like, oh. But all the same, it's a lovely little build, and I can't take a lot away from Revell, actually, to be honest, because they have done a lot of the Rogue One vehicles. I may well get the AT, is it CT, the cargo version? So I'll have a go at that, possibly later in the year, the new year that is, and yeah, it should be good. So again, happy with the build on this one. Simple little build. Also with the stand, I basically just put over a black, to me, a black coat on it as well. And then, as I say, put it over the dull coat, and job done. So there you go. That's both my Star Wars builds as it is for this year, and indeed the builds for 2016. So I hope you've enjoyed everything I've done throughout the year. I've enjoyed all your videos out there, guys, and all you dudes who are in the YouTube modelling community. Very impressive builds coming along there, and I've got some interesting projects coming up for 2017. So there you go. Anyway, all I will remain to say is that it's very sad that we've lost Carrie Fisher, and then 24 hours later, her great mum, was a well-known Hollywood legend, Debbie Reynolds, and I'm sure all our thoughts and prayers go to the family at this very difficult time. And in a way, her sort of cameo appearance at the end of Rogue One, I would certainly support as a fine tribute to Carrie Fisher, because I know everybody loved and adored her. I know I did, and we're all going to miss her greatly. She's gone to that great starship in the sky. So there you go. And also to Debbie Reynolds as well, who my father was a great fan of. Who was a talented Hollywood actress as well as a great dancer and performer. So there you go. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. All I should say is I wish you a very safe and happy new year, and I look forward to the builds in the new year and the new projects that will be coming along. So until then, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.